Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me right now. Life is passing you by, and every second that you hesitate, wonder, or question, you are letting it slip away. You have one shot, one chance, and the time to make it happen is right now. You've got dreams, you've got goals, and you've got a vision. But here's the thing, you're never going to get there if you just stand on the sidelines and wait for the perfect moment. Guess what? The perfect moment never comes. It's time to jump in with both feet and live your life. Here's what I want you to understand. You can keep waiting, you can keep thinking, you can keep planning, but at some point you have to stop being scared of the unknown. You have to embrace it. The unknown is where all the magic happens. The unknown is where your greatness is hidden, just waiting for you to step into it. Fear? Yeah. It's going to show up. But so what? You think you're the only one scared. We all are. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. The ones who succeed jump in anyway. It's time to stop wondering, what if that's the one question that keeps people trapped, paralyzed in fear? What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if I get hurt? What if you do? What if you do fail? What if you do get hurt? Let me tell you something, failure and mistakes are part of the journey. They're not the end. You're not going to reach success without taking some hits. You won't find out what you're capable of until you're in the ring, fighting, swinging, and yes, falling down. But the truth is, the more you fall, the higher you're going to bounce back. That's how life works. It's time to stop making excuses. You say you're waiting for the right time. There is no right time. The time is now. You want to experience life at its fullest, then stop sitting back and waiting for things to fall into place. If you want it, if you want to be truly happy, if you want to live with no regrets, then you need to jump in. And I mean jump in with both feet, no holding back. I'm talking about taking risk, my friend. And let me tell you something, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. You think success just falls into people's laps. You think the people you admire didn't take risks? They took leaps of faith. They were willing to fall on their faces because they knew that's the only way to really live. If you're not willing to take that leap, then you're not living. You're just existing. And that's not enough. Fear is nothing but a feeling. It's not a fact. Every single one of us has fears, but it's the ones who push through that fear who get to the other side. You want to be the person who looks back at their life and says, I lived. You don't want to be the person full of regrets because you were too afraid to take a chance. It's time to face your fear, push it aside, and leap with both feet. If you don't, you'll be stuck on the sidelines watching others live the life you could have had. This is your moment. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for validation. Jump in, take action, and let life unfold. The more you live with passion and purpose, the more you'll understand what I'm saying. It's about being so immersed in your journey that you forget to ask what if and start asking what's next. The answers to your questions will come when you stop worrying about whether or not you're ready. So let me ask you one simple question. What are you waiting for? You've got everything you need right now to live the life you were meant to. All it takes is one decision, one leap of faith, and the rest of your life will start unfolding in front of you. Stop waiting, stop overthinking, and just jump in with both feet. Live your life fully, passionately, and without any hesitation. The world is waiting for you. Life is full of uncertainties, and the fear of the unknown often holds people back from taking the next step. It's easy to sit in the comfort of what's familiar and predictable, but the truth is, growth never happens in the comfort zone. If you want to experience the fullness of life, you have to embrace the unknown. Stepping into uncertainty might feel like a risk, but that's where all the magic happens. It's where the opportunities, the excitement, and the transformation are waiting for you. The unknown is the breeding ground for the greatest moments in life, but you will never experience them if you keep holding back. Too often, we let fear dictate our decisions. We're afraid of failing, afraid of looking foolish, afraid of making mistakes. But here's the reality, you're never going to get anywhere if you let fear control you. Fear is a natural part of life, and it's something we all feel. But you have to learn how to move forward despite that fear. The truth is, fear doesn't go away just because you avoid it. In fact, the more you avoid stepping into the unknown, the more you reinforce that fear in your life. But when you embrace the unknown and take that leap of faith, you shift the power dynamic. You stop letting fear control you, and you start controlling your own destiny. Think about all the things in your life that you're proud of, the moments you look back on with a sense of achievement and satisfaction. What do they all have in common? They all started with uncertainty. When you first decided to pursue your dreams, to take that job, to move to a new place, or to make a change, you didn't know exactly how it would turn out. But you took the leap anyway, and in doing so, you created the space for greatness to unfold. The most powerful experiences in life happen when you stop overthinking and start moving forward, even when the path isn't clear. The unknown is not a barrier, it's a gateway. It's where you find the lessons that teach you about your strength, your resilience, and your capacity for growth. Without stepping into the unknown, you would never discover just how much potential you truly have. Every moment you spend hesitating is a moment you're not living. Life's greatest rewards are on the other side of uncertainty, but you'll never get there if you're too afraid to take that first step. The key to embracing the unknown is to stop focusing on what could go wrong and start thinking about what could go right. What's on the other side of your fear? What's waiting for you if you decide to jump in with both feet? When you shift your mindset from fear to possibility, you open up a whole new world of opportunities. The unknown is where the best things in life are created, and if you don't take that first step, you may miss out on experiences that could change your life forever. It's time to stop letting fear hold you back. Step into the unknown with confidence and trust that what's waiting for you is worth the leap. Every great achievement in life begins with the courage to embrace uncertainty. So don't wait. Dive into the unknown and trust that the process will unfold in ways you never imagined. The only way to fully live your life is to step into the uncertainty with both feet and see what incredible possibilities await you on the other side. Regret is a powerful force, one that can weigh heavily on your heart, cloud your judgment, and hold you back from reaching your full potential. It comes from the things you didn't do, the opportunities you passed by, the risks you didn't take, and the chances you didn't seize because you were too afraid. But here's the hard truth: living with regret is far worse than living with the uncertainty of jumping in head first. If you truly want to live without regret, you need to take action now, not later. Every day you delay making a decision, every time you hold back from going after what you want, you're building a future filled with what ifs. What if I had taken that job? What if I had moved to that new city? What if I had said yes to that opportunity? The longer you wait, the more those what ifs will haunt you. And let me tell you, there's nothing worse than looking back on your life and wondering what could have been. But here's the good news: you don't have to live that way. You have the power to change the direction of your life right now. You can stop letting fear or doubt dictate your choices, and you can start living boldly. When you decide to jump in with both feet and live your life, you open the door to a future where you won't have to wonder what could have been. You'll know that you took every chance, that you lived with passion, and that you went after your dreams without hesitation. Living without regret isn't about avoiding mistakes. It's about giving yourself the freedom to fail, to learn, and to grow. Everyone who's ever achieved something meaningful has faced setbacks, challenges, and obstacles. The difference is they didn't let those setbacks stop them. They kept going, they kept taking risks, and they kept moving forward. And guess what? They look back now with no regrets because they know that everything they've experienced, good and bad, was part of their journey towards success. If you're stuck in the cycle of overthinking and second-guessing yourself, understand this: you're never going to have all the answers. You can spend your life analyzing every possible outcome, but the truth is you won't know what's going to happen until you take action. The only way to avoid regret is to act, to take risks, to trust the process, and to move forward without knowing exactly what the outcome will be. You'll face challenges, yes, but you'll also experience the joy and fulfillment that comes from knowing you didn't let fear hold you back. So stop letting fear of regret control your life. Take that leap, make that decision, and trust that no matter what happens, you're going to learn something valuable along the way. The only way to truly live without regret is to jump in with both feet, take those risks, and live your life with passion, purpose, and courage. Don't look back in a year, 5 years, or 10 years and wish you had done things differently. Instead, look back with pride, knowing you took action, lived fully, and made the most of every opportunity that came your way. Regret is a heavy burden, but action will set you free. Taking risks is a fundamental part of growth. The truth is, without risk, there is no reward. If you're too scared to step outside your comfort zone, if you're too comfortable with the status quo, you will never experience the depth of life you were meant for. Taking risks is not just about making big moves, it's about being willing to try, to explore, to step into the unknown. It's the willingness to fail, to fall down, to make mistakes, and to rise again that separates those who achieve great things from those who never fully experience what life has to offer. You may be asking yourself, why should I risk it all? And the answer is simple. Because the greatest rewards in life are never found in the comfortable, predictable paths we often stay on. Think about the people you admire, the ones who have achieved greatness in their careers, relationships, and lives in general. What do they all have in common? They took risks. They stepped into situations that weren't guaranteed to succeed, and in doing so, they discovered parts of themselves that they never knew existed. They didn't wait for the perfect conditions, they created their own. They didn't sit back and hope things would happen. They made things happen by being bold enough to take a risk and jump into something new. You see, risk isn't just about making a choice and hoping for the best. It's about understanding that risk is the vehicle for growth. Every risk you take, no matter how big or small, teaches you something valuable. Whether it's a business venture, a relationship, or a personal challenge, the process of taking risks builds resilience, strengthens character, and opens up new opportunities. The more you step out and take risks, the more you learn to trust yourself and your ability to handle whatever comes your way. But here's the key: you don't take risks just for the sake of it. You take risks because you're willing to grow, to experience life on a deeper level. The greater the risk, the greater the potential reward, but also the greater the lesson if things don't go as planned. That's the beauty of taking risks. Failure is not the end, it's just a part of the journey. It's how you respond to that failure, how you pick yourself up, that determines your success. Living a life without risk is living a life that's stuck. You may be safe, you may be comfortable, but you're not truly living. You're not experiencing all the potential life has to offer. When you refuse to take risks, you deny yourself the chance to experience what could be the most fulfilling chapter of your life. You deny yourself the chance to truly grow, to test your limits, and to achieve things you never thought possible. It's time to stop playing safe and start taking risks. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Get used to stepping into situations where you don't know the outcome, and embrace the uncertainty. Because when you take risks, you open yourself up to new possibilities, new lessons, and new rewards that will make your life richer and more meaningful. Risk is the gateway to your greatest potential. It's time to step through it. One of the most powerful and often overlooked truths is that you can't control everything. No matter how hard you try or how much you plan, life has a way of throwing curveballs your way. But here's the key to living a fulfilling life: you don't have to control everything. In fact, trying to control every single aspect of your journey can actually hold you back. Life has a way of unfolding in ways that we can't always predict. And the more you try to manipulate the outcome, the more you rob yourself of the beauty of the unknown. Sometimes letting go and trusting the process is the greatest thing you can do for yourself. Trying to control everything stems from a fear of uncertainty. We're often afraid of what we can't see, of the future that's not guaranteed. But the truth is, no one has a crystal ball. No one can predict exactly what will happen tomorrow. That's the beauty of life. It's full of surprises, both good and bad. But those surprises often lead us to the places we were meant to go, even when we didn't have the foresight to know they were coming. You've got to trust that the process of life has a way of working itself out. This doesn't mean sitting back and waiting for things to happen. Trusting the process is about taking action, staying committed to your goals, and having faith that the steps you're taking today are building towards something greater. It's about understanding that you may not have all the answers right now, but every move you make brings you closer to where you're meant to be. When you trust the process, you stop putting so much pressure on yourself to have everything figured out. You release the need to control every detail and let go of the fear that comes with it. You understand that failure is not the end, it's simply part of the process. You learn to be patient with yourself and trust that your hard work, your persistence, and your willingness to take risks will pay off. This trust in the process doesn't mean you won't encounter obstacles or setbacks. In fact, you will. Life will test you. You will face challenges that make you question your path. But trusting the process means you don't let those challenges stop you. Instead, you embrace them as opportunities for growth. You trust that every setback is shaping you into the person you need to be in order to achieve your goals. When you stop obsessing over controlling the outcome, you open yourself up to the flow of life. You begin to recognize the signs, the synchronicities, and the opportunities that were always there but were hidden beneath the weight of your need for control. Trusting the process means allowing life to unfold as it should, and knowing that even when things don't go according to plan, they're going according to purpose. Ultimately, trusting the process is about having faith in your journey, even when you don't see the destination clearly. It's about believing that you are on the right path, even when the road gets tough. The more you trust, the more you let go of fear, the more you will find that things fall into place in ways you could never have planned or imagined. So let go, trust the process, and believe that everything is happening exactly as it should. The power of perseverance cannot be underestimated. When you decide to pursue a dream, start a new venture, or make a major change in your life, you will face obstacles. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when the path seems too difficult, and when you question whether it's all worth it. But the difference between those who succeed and those who fall short is not talent or resources, it's perseverance. It's the ability to keep going, even when it feels like everything is working against you. It's the determination to push through the tough times and keep moving forward. Perseverance is what transforms dreams into reality. It's the foundation of success. Success is not a straight path, and it's not something that happens overnight. It's the result of continuous effort, hard work, and overcoming adversity. It's the willingness to keep showing up day after day, even when things aren't going your way. It's the quiet strength that fuels progress when everything else is telling you to quit. You can't control every factor that affects your success, but you can control your determination to keep going. When you persevere, you take ownership of your journey, no matter how difficult it may seem. There will be moments in your journey when you're tempted to quit. You might feel like you've tried everything and still haven't seen the results you were hoping for. That's when your perseverance will be tested the most. You will encounter setbacks, mistakes, and failures, but those challenges don't define you unless you allow them to. It's in those difficult moments that perseverance makes all the difference. It's about having the resolve to push through, to learn from the setbacks, and to keep moving forward with even more determination. Perseverance teaches you resilience. Every time you keep going after facing adversity, you build your inner strength. It's like working out a muscle. Each time you push yourself, you become stronger. It's in the moments of struggle that you grow the most. Every time you pick yourself up after a fall, you're adding to your character and your ability to handle whatever comes next. Perseverance transforms you into someone who doesn't back down in the face of difficulty. Instead, you become someone who knows that no matter what, you will keep moving forward until you reach your destination. It's important to understand that perseverance isn't about blind determination. It's about being adaptable, learning from mistakes, and staying focused on the bigger picture. Sometimes the way you've been approaching the situation isn't working, and perseverance requires you to adjust your strategy and keep moving forward with a new approach. It's not about being rigid, it's about being willing to evolve while staying committed to the end goal. The road to success is rarely a straight line, but if you can persevere through the detours and setbacks, you'll find that the journey becomes just as valuable as the destination. Perseverance is the key that unlocks the door to your dreams. It's the grit, the resilience, and the determination to continue moving forward, even when the going gets tough. If you want to succeed, you can't give up when things get hard. You must keep pushing, keep striving, and keep believing in yourself. When you do, you'll discover that success wasn't just about reaching your goal, it was about who you became in the process. Perseverance shapes your character, your strength, and your ability to face whatever challenges lie ahead. So no matter how hard the road may seem, remember that perseverance is the key to turning your dreams into reality. Believing in yourself is the cornerstone of success. If you don't believe in your own potential, how can you expect others to believe in you? Self-belief is what drives you to take the first step when others are sitting on the sidelines. It's the fire that keeps you going when the world seems to doubt your abilities. Without belief in yourself, even the most brilliant ideas and the most determined efforts can falter. But when you have that inner confidence, when you truly believe that you have what it takes to succeed, you'll find that there is no limit to what you can achieve. Believing in yourself is more than just positive thinking. It's about taking responsibility for your life and trusting that you have the power to shape your own destiny. It's about knowing that no matter what obstacles you face, you have the strength to overcome them. Life will always throw challenges your way, but self-belief gives you the resilience to keep going. It's not about being perfect. It's about having faith in your ability to learn, grow, and rise above adversity. When you believe in yourself, you give yourself the freedom to fail without feeling defeated, to stumble without staying down, and to try again when the odds seem stacked against you. Self-doubt is a natural part of the human experience. We all have moments when we question our abilities, wonder if we're good enough, or feel like we're not measuring up. But it's important to recognize that self-doubt is just a feeling, not a fact. It doesn't define who you are, and it doesn't dictate what you can achieve. What matters is how you respond to those doubts. You can either let them control you, or you can use them as fuel to prove yourself wrong. When you choose to believe in yourself, you take control of the narrative. You decide that no matter how many times you stumble, you'll keep getting back up. Belief in yourself doesn't come from outside validation. It doesn't depend on what others think or say about you. While feedback can be helpful, the true power lies within you. It's about trusting that you are worthy of success and capable of achieving your goals, even when no one else sees it yet. You don't need to wait for permission or approval. You need to believe in your own potential first. When you do, you'll start seeing the world differently. You'll stop doubting your worth and start recognizing the incredible possibilities that are available to you. Believing in yourself also means not comparing your journey to anyone else's. The only person you should be competing with is the person you were yesterday. It's easy to look at someone else's success and feel like you're falling behind, but everyone has their own path. The key is to stay focused on your own growth and progress. When you believe in yourself, you understand that success isn't a race. It's about becoming the best version of you, no matter how long it takes. Self-belief is the secret weapon that keeps you moving forward when everything else seems uncertain. It's the strength that fuels your dreams, the courage that propels you into action, and the confidence that keeps you standing tall in the face of adversity. The more you believe in yourself, the more you will accomplish. The more you trust in your own abilities, the more doors will open for you. So start today. Believe in your potential, trust in your journey, and know that you have what it takes to achieve your dreams. When you believe in yourself, there's no limit to what you can accomplish.